of introducing you to our guest speaker today. His name is Johnny G. Watson. Let me tell you more about him. He graduated with his master's degree in educational administration at Bakersfield University. He also studied English and history with an emphasis on Shakespeare at Oxford University. He has been a teacher for Arvin High School, teaching video production, also taught in Hawaii. He owns his own company and has worked for Channel 29 for 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny G. Watson.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys can give me a hand. It's okay. It's all right. All right, how are we doing today? Doing all right. This can be a little interactive. I don't mind. You can say yay, hey, what's up? It's all right. I'll try one more time. Well, let me try it like this. Good morning, class of 2015. There we go. Good morning, class of 2015. One more time. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All righty. Hey, I'm very excited to be here this morning. As your teacher, mentor, and I guess graduation speaker today. My goal today is not to necessarily make you smile and feel good about your next step and journey that you're about to make in life and get you all excited as you leave the hallways and classrooms of Arvin High. If so, then that's great. But I have a greater mission. You see, today I'm here to challenge everything that you've learned and prepared for about life after high school. But before I begin, let me map out a few questions that will help me break down my topic for you so you can follow and understand my thoughts today. So you want to go to college? Why is what I will ask. If you don't go to college, what are your chances of being successful? What did you learn in high school that will allow you to be successful without a college degree? And I will give you a few nuggets of knowledge to take with you. Let me start by saying that I have a great time with my life, and I want to share it. I love living. I think it's infectious. I think it's something that you can't fake. And if you know me and talk to me, then you know that I'm always talking about positive things in life. That's not an accident. For those of you that know, you know that I only hang out with OPP. What's OPP? That's right, only positive people. And I'll give you a quick lesson here. If you want to significantly change your life, then change the people that you hang around. Take a look around this room for a moment. Today may be the last day that you ever see some of the people in this room. Will it be by choice or will it be by chance? I'll let you decide that. Let's get to it. So you want to get a degree. Why? Let me tell you what society will tell you. It increases your chances of getting a job, provides you with an opportunity to be successful, and that your life will be a little less stressful. Education is the key to your success. Now let me tell you what your parents will tell you. Ay, mija, it will give you opportunities that I've never had. And son, with a degree, you will have a piece of paper that will say you completed a program of higher learning, and you will make us proud. Now let's take a look at a few statistics. Steve Jobs, net worth $7 billion, RIP. Oprah Winfrey, net worth $2.7 billion. Henry Ford, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Steven Spielberg. Here's the real lesson behind this message. Looking at these individuals, what's your conclusion? Neither of them, in being successful, never graduated from an institution of higher learning. Now, some of you may put your thinking caps on and protest. You know, money is only a medium that people measure worldly success. Some of you may have the nerve to say that, I don't do it for the money. So what are you studying for? Do you want to work for charity? Do you need more clarity? Well, let's look at some more names. Socrates, Malcolm X, Mother Teresa, Beethoven, Jesse Owens, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Michael Joseph Jackson. Were either of these people unsuccessful or uneducated? All I'm saying is, if there's a correlation between hard work and education, then they would be in the same family tree. But school would only be a distant cousin. If education is the key, then school is a lock that can keep us from achieving our very dreams. I say this because it's rare that education will allow you to be totally free in determining your own ideas and concepts. You see, as long as you pass the exams and follow the rules, you're cool. But are you aware that the examiners, yes, the teachers and professors, have a checklist for the right answer? And if your answer is outside the box, the automatic response is that you didn't learn enough or you didn't learn it right. And they claim that school expands your horizons and visions. Well, tell that to Malcolm X, who dropped out of high school and became renowned and known for what he learned in prison. Here's a proverb for you. It does a fool no good to spend money on an education. Why? Because he has no common sense. Education is about inspiring one's mind, not just filling their head. And take this from me because I'm an educated man, who myself only came to this realization after spending countless hours in the library doing research without Google and Wikipedia, trying to write the best paper in the correct proper format, eating sunflower seeds, hoping that cracking each shell would keep me awake and on the right pace until the sun rose and it was time to go to class, falling asleep in a pile of books that probably equated too much of my monthly rent, memorizing equations and facts and dates right down to the letter, half of which I would never remember and half I would forget right after the exam and before the start of the next semester. Asking peers did they have notes from the last lecture because I was up all night finishing the last research paper, only to get up early to get a good seat in class, a good seat that hid me from the teacher just in case I fell asleep during his or her lecture, because I didn't want to cause a scene if I was caught sleeping. The ironic thing is that's the only time I spent in the university chasing my dreams. And then after nights with a dead mind, meeting deadlines, I found myself in a line, half awake, like zombies, waiting to hand in my assignment. Maybe that's why they call it a deadline, because the zombie apocalypse has been here all the time. And then after 5.5 years of the educational grind, my former drug-addicted mother, very proud, she said to me, she couldn't have stuck to such a rigorous life for 5 years. And when after all, she was dedicated to doing drugs for more than 15 years and did jail time. That made me realize this, that whatever you do with your life, time will pass. My mother, may she rest in peace, chose her path, and I created mine. Am I better off because of my choices? When I look into the mirror, I say yes, I'm better off because of the path that I created. Now don't get it twisted now. It doesn't mean that school is evil and there's nothing to gain. All I'm saying is understand your motives and reassess your aims. Because if you want a job working for someone else, then help yourself. But then that would be a contradiction, because you wouldn't really be helping yourself, you would be helping someone else. There's a saying that goes like this: if you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. Let me say that again. If you don't build your dreams, someone else will hire you to help build theirs. So continue to refine how you view education. Understand its true meaning. Education is not just about regurgitating facts from a book or someone else's opinion on a subject to pass an exam. Look at Picasso. He was educated in creating art. Shakespeare was educated in the art of all that was written. And Sam Walton, who was voted most versatile boy in his senior class in high school, later created the Walmart stores, one of the most versatile in all stores in the country. Here's some little nuggets to take with you. Never pet a wild bear with honey on your hands. Or number 2, never pet a wild bear in the first place. Don't expect your ship to come in if you haven't sent one out. It's okay to have your cake and eat it too. Be a gold digger. Find love with your heart and not with your eyes. Haters are like crickets. They chirp all day, and when you walk by them, they shut up. And when you leave, they be chirping again. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And number 9, don't tweet about Facebook or tweet about your life if you're not willing to talk to someone face to face about it. And number 10, if you don't let your parents follow you on Twitter or Instagram, then why are they paying for your phone and internet bills? Something to think about. You know, I once saw a football game when I was a kid in which the Oakland Raiders were playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a close game and the Raiders were winning 7-6 in the fourth quarter. With seconds to play, it was 4th down and it was hopeless for the Steelers, or so it appeared. Terry Bradshaw, the quarterback for the Steelers, had 22 seconds on the clock, and he scrambled from defenders before unleashing a long pass down the field. At that moment, it looked as if the ball was going to land where it wanted to, because all eyes were fixed on it and it seemed to sail with a purpose. All of a sudden, there was a collision between the intended receiver and a defender, and the ball bounced off of both players as if it changed its mind on who it was going to. As time froze, but only for a second, the ball was to be eyed by a third player, Franco Harris, who with all of his football knowledge and experience was negotiating with the laws of physics, bringing together the perfect timing between eye and hand coordination. And being at the right place at the right time, without hesitation, scooped up that ball before it hit the ground and tiptoed into the end zone, winning the game for the Steelers. And the country that I live in, no matter who they were rooting for all teams, both teams, and they jumped up in disbelief and erupted into cheers as the game came to the close with time running out. That particular play was forever dubbed the Immaculate Reception. I looked at that play more recently and I thought, damn, looking at Franco Harris, there is more than one way to be an educated man. What will education do for you? This message today goes out to the outcasts, the misfits, the people who don't fit in, the students who either didn't get involved or got involved too much. This also goes out to the students who see things differently, the ones who don't follow the rules. The ones who don't follow the rules, you're the ones that push the boundaries and believe in change. And more importantly, you're the ones who can change the world. Lastly, before you go to bed at night, put your shoes far underneath your bed so that when you wake up in the morning, you don't forget to get on your knees and be thankful for another day. And as my father used to always tell me, he would say, Johnny, wherever you go and whatever you do, always say please, thank you, and excuse me. So thank you very much for your time, but please excuse me, it's time to go. Thank you so much, class of 2015.